Evening Saberland, Vader's Vault here, showcasing our latest saber fresh out of the vault. I present to you guys Heretic, a custom Crystal Focus V5 Saber made especially for Nartules off the FX Sabers forums. Several months back, Nartules had contacted us about making him his very own first Crystal Focus lightsaber, and to do so he sent us a modified drawing from some concept art at the Star Wars The Old Republic website, and you can go there and see the concept that this was based on, but he did modify it slightly, different rear grip section. But this saber really stood out to us as a unique saber and a unique challenge for us, and we really couldn't wait to take it on. And since Nartules is one of our favorite past customers, we happily agreed. Several features of this saber that really stand out, and a few of the things that really attract us to it was the very prominent control box that you see there in the middle of the saber. Very angular, very complex, and we thought that it was a great place to house a lot of the things that are needed to make the sabers function. In the drawing it shows just some random light coming out of the top of the box, and we thought that that was a great place to house the bargraph, especially for the new Crystal Focus version 5, which can have up to 7 segment LED bargraphs. So very good for the new power level indicator feature and better sequence LED dances. It was also great for on these winglets up here at the front. We had thought that that was a great place to house the activation and auxiliary switches, which you can see poking through there. Those are tactile switches, momentary, secured into the back with machined aluminum plunger hats on top of the tactile switches. Just to give it a little classier, more finished look on the outside, so you don't see a plastic plunger switch or a switch plunger coming through the outside of the box. So we designed the whole inside of the box to be able to hold all of these things, plus have a recessed shelf here on the top so that I could fit a very nice custom laser cut mirrored acrylic window, courtesy of RK Halon of Halon Customs. He does all of our custom acrylic work, from our stands to nice custom pieces like this window. It is like I said, made of a mirrored acrylic piece, so the whole area around the lip is mirrored, with the center section here frosted, with the mirror taken off with the laser to allow the lights from the S&D LEDs from the back to shine through and get diffused. Gives it a very nice look, spreads out the light as they do their thing. Some of the other more prominent features of this saber was it was very understated, the details, but it did have a very good topography, very comfortable, very sleek, as it went from the top thicker grip section back here. On the original drawing, the grip section had more of a raised Vader-like, or even Starkiller-like black raised grip bars. Nartules wanted something a little bit more sleek, so we went with the milled slotted section back there. But we did give it the same step down, so it steps down from the grips and then steps down yet again to the this necked area that we had the box radius to. And then we framed the box in with several detailed lathe rings and separated the powder coated areas, just like in the original concept render. Very detailed, very nice, very comfortable. And on the underside of the box, as if the box wasn't holding enough, we've also got our recessed recharge port for the 7.4 volt lithium magnesium battery pack. Then onward to the emitter, which was another great detail of this design. It was heavily vented, so we've got several trapezoid shaped windows on the emitter to kind of help bring together the trapezoid or pyramid shaped box on the saber. Lets a lot of that beautiful light through, and it just adds a new dimension to the front half of the saber. Very comfortable to hold, especially with the box being the shape that it is. It provides good hand position to access both the main switch, which is on this side, and the auxiliary switch, which is on that side. Very comfortable, doesn't really get in your way, and it has a shape that really actually fits to your hand no matter what position you want to hold it in with the angled shape. Like I said, we got the Crystal Focus version 5, fresh out of the toaster over there at Plector Labs. The version 5 has a lot of features on it that are new. I don't know if a lot of you out there realize, but the Crystal Focus version 5 is a whole different architecture and footprint than the previous versions. We've got a whole new LED driver, which is more powerful and a little bit smoother, and then we've got a whole new audio amp, which is also more powerful and is really, really crystal clear, delivering a lot of bass and very clear, warm tone. Very, very happy with the new Crystal Focus version 5. One of the best features that we at Vader's Vault like of the Crystal Focus version 5 is the ability now to pimp up to 7 accent LEDs and sequence them. And what a perfect way to do that than in that beautiful bar graph that we've got there. And one of the best new features is now that you've got all these LEDs that you can sequence, they're also now functional as a functional part of the saber. We've got it set to actually display the battery level life, so you can actually see, you know, how much life you got left on your batteries. When in idle mode, like it is, or sleep mode, you get the flashing LED like normal in most Crystal Focus sabers. But by tapping the auxiliary button here, it actually tells you by the level of LEDs that you got that we've got 7 LEDs lit. That signifies that the tank is full. But as the batteries go down, so will the bar graph. So that is one portion of the function of the bar graph. The other part is when you're navigating the menu, it actually signifies what sound bank you're on, whether it's one of the 6 sound fonts that you can choose or the iSaber selection. It actually moves up on the LEDs depending on what sound font you're selecting. Very, very, very cool. So let's get it powered on. Sound fonts courtesy, of course, of our sound guru Novastar of the cuttingedge.s5.com. Just released his CD3, which is loaded with all new stuff. Don't know where he finds the time to do all this. And then he also re-released CDs 1 and 2 with everything in WAV format to support the new Crystal Focus version 5 and even the Petite Crouton. And then we've got all new fonts on CD3, as well as the alternate fonts that you can have for the alternate power-ons and power-offs that the Crystal Focus version 5 pushes. So run out and get those CDs if you haven't already and you have a Crystal Focus V5 either on the way or in your possession. And let's power on Heretic for your viewing pleasure. The blade is, of course, purple, because where else do you go when you want a purple bladed saber? You come to Vader's Vault. This is the LEDEngin 10-watt RGBW with the R and B, or red and blue dice, wired in series for Vader's Vault Depression Stopping Purpliscious Purple, and the white and green dice wired in series for the ultimate in Crystal Focus features, Flash on Clash. If you don't have a Crystal Focus, you need to get one, because it really is the coolest saber feature known to man. Being able to get the white clash on Flash, or on blaster block, or on lockup. It is a very cool feature. And we've got the SMD LEDs, nice and bright, doing their little sequences there. Very cool. It even does separate sequences for power on, power off, idle, and lockup. And we've got it with the power level indicator right now.
Novastar.
That was Novastar. And of course we've got Black Star. Resblade, which is one of my favorites. The iSaber track. Got Episode 2 remastered. Very cool font. New Crystal Focus audio amp, providing a nice clear deep tone. Everything's very warm and very clear on the new board. Very, very cool. TFU Star Killer is a great font. You know what, Vader's Vault video would be complete without the Imperial March. New feature on the Crystal Focus V5, so you can have the music playing and your bar graph doing the I think it's VMU meter, the sound level meter, dance without having the blade on, or hit the power button and you get the blade effects that dances along with the music. And you can turn that off and on at any time. It'll fade on, fade off. Well, hopefully Nartules likes this saber. We had a lot of fun building it. We're going to get it right out to him so he has it in time for Halloween. Congratulations, Nartules. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks again from Vader's Vault, and happy Halloween, guys.